it's Nell, and yesterday I made this succulent wreath. It's still settling in, that's why it's just leaning and I'm not bringing it upright to show you, but I got to thinking I should do a quick video on how to care for this to make it last as long as you can. Because after all, you've put some investment into it and you've also put some time into it. So I'm going to give you a few quick tips. Before I start with the tips, I just want to make sure that you know it's best to keep your wreath lying flat for 1 or 2 months after you make it so that the roots can settle in and grow. You don't want your beautiful creation to fall apart after all. First of all is the exposure. You don't want it in full sun. It can take a little bit of sun, especially morning sun, but not the afternoon sun. It's going to burn. This is beautiful here because it's bright, but it doesn't get direct sun. My front door is right there. So if I were to hang it there, it would be great because it gets maybe about half an hour of morning sun, but it's very bright all day long. So keep it out of full hot sun. It will burn. And another thing that is going to make your wreath last longer is to have it under some kind of cover. Like my porch is a covered front porch, so it's not going to get hard rains. It's not going to get as much wind either. It's a little bit more protected. Oh, by the way, I will leave a link here and down below showing you how I made this because I'm going into how to water it. So this is planted in a wire frame and it does have some soil, so you do want to water it, and depending on how warm it is and what the exposure is, once every week or once every 2 to 3 weeks will be fine. So I would either do it like that with a nice pointed so you get each succulent here, or if it's staying moist for a while, you can simply spray the moss and that will get the soil too. And then you will want it to drain out too. You can also water it with the garden hose, but you want to make sure it's on really, really gentle. You don't want any strong sprays because that's going to blast it. Next is feeding it. This is going to want a little bit of feeding because it's not growing in the ground. It's not getting the nutrients from there. So once in the spring should be enough. If you want to do a second feeding, you can do one in mid-summer if you think it needs it. And something like a balanced liquid fertilizer is just fine, or if you have like an organic sea kelp or fish emulsion or some sort of a manure tea, that would be fine for it too. Lastly, we come to pests. Now, depending on where it is, it might get mealybug or aphids. My succulents, my fleshy succulents at the end of summer usually get the orange aphids and they have a little touch of mealybug. So I just gently hose it off with the garden hose. You could take a sprayer and get down in there because the mealybug tends to live in there. The aphids tend to be on the tender new growth, and you can just spray them off with some water, or you can use a mixture of like a little bit of rubbing alcohol and then some water, and that will do the trick to help to keep those away. And this is just a little something you may need to do over time. The moss may start to fall off the wreath form, so you just take a greening pin or a floral pin and you just pin it back in to secure it. Or you may actually need to patch with the moss, like I see some dirt showing right here, and you don't want dirt to show because then it is not going to hold in. So take your moss, a patch of moss, it's just, just like doing a Band-Aid, and you spray it, and that's going to make your moss more pliable. It isn't going to fall apart as easy. And then you can just go in and patch wherever you need to. And here are those greening pins. They're fabulous to have. I'm going to leave a link to them in the description box below and also in the blog post. And then you just go ahead and pin. And that is your patch. Oops, these things just, the leaves just fall off these like crazy, these little sedums. And that is about all you need to know. It's really, really simple. Just those, the main thing is to keep it out of direct sun and be sure to not overwater it. But these I found take more water than the succulents do in pots because they're in such a tight growing space here. And you might have to like clip out a few leaves every now and then, but it's not going to need a lot of pruning. And I kind of like these wacky fun things. These shoots coming off. I did one of these for a client in the Bay Area, by the way, and it lasted over 2 years of looking good. So they can go that long, maybe even longer. I will let you know about that. I hope this video has been helpful to you. I thank you so much for watching, and as always, I thank you for all your likes and your subscribes and your comments. I really appreciate them. And I have a lot more videos coming your way about succulents, cacti, gardening, all that good stuff. And speaking of gardening, let's get out in the garden and make the world a more beautiful place. Thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, and be sure and check out the post on how I made this, the post in the video. Thanks.